Okay. Yeah, do start video.
Oh, Becky, let me put Rebecca or Becky. Jedi. Jedi. Nice t-shirt, right?
Hey, don't go for lockdown. Sorry, I was on there yesterday, but we had a little malfunction, so I didn't get to have a class yesterday. But how you want, all last? I said, I'm here today and I'm here to teach y'all today. I have some sentence, Mvskoke sentence, from Greek language. The first one, it says, Istijari Mvskogalgi, Onaga Manki Firuis. It says, we are learning the Mvskoke language.
That's what I need.
And the next sentence is, Healing Joga, Ohage Dijinua, Iskitais, Ois. If we study hard, I think we can learn. And I know we can. Jabuzi, Istizari Mvskogalgi, Man Sambonayat, Man Bonaida Kitayadiros. I said, my grandmother spoke to me in the Mvskoke language, and that is how I learned to speak. Next sentence. Istisogi Mahaira Zajiros, Mvskoke Ubonayat, Ulahana. I said, I want to teach many people so they can speak it. Can everybody hear me? I hope so. Ohonayat, Hochezit, Mo Iskifi Biweris. It says, maybe I will be able to read and write. Haram Aham Gatka, Mo Abayagis. It says, how can I catch to Thank you, Miss Barnett. I'm glad y'all can hear me. Umalgia, Kisinoa, Mara Hilima Hiruis. And that says, if all of us would notice, it would be wonderful. And this is Hubuidagi, and this is Buidagi, Mo Mahai Nua, Mo Githagis. If we teach the children too, they will learn also. Ikchidondoes, Gisagiros. And that it may be hard, but we learn. And the last sentence I have up here is Mvskoke, Obunaga, Nito Magan, Man Bunaduagis, Maro. And that says, let's speak the Mvskoke language every day. Thank you. And that's Bunaduagis, and that's what it's saying, you know, speaking the language. And I'm gonna go back to the first sentence I had up here. And usually I'll have to go back after I go off through the sentence. I'll have to go back up there. And this time when I'll go through there, I'll have to have participation of the audience in here and online, whoever wants to just come right on in and just repeat the sentence. I'll say it first, and then we can go on saying with the Muskogee with the audience. This is we are learning the Muskogee language. Istizari Muskogee Punaga Man Gisi Ruiz. Can anybody repeat this Muskogee phrase?
Istijari Mvskoke Mon
Very good, Coco. Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Participation, because that lets me know that y'all learning these words. Because if I don't hear no participation or speaking, I'm not gonna know if anybody's learning. That's why I always encourage you. And it don't matter if you gonna get it right or wrong, because I'm not gonna say that's not right or anything. I'm just here to teach you, and I want you to learn. So whenever we get to the Muscovy phrase, if I can hear anybody in the audience, I sure would appreciate it. And yes, Miss Coco, that was correct. Istizadi Muskogee Punaga Mangisi Ruiz. We are learning the Muskogee language. Hilain Joga Uhagi Dizinua Iskitais Kuwais. If we study hard, I think we can learn it. Anybody want to say this Muskogee phrase? It's Hilain Joga Uhagi Dizinua Iskitis Kuwais. And that's if we study hard, I think we can learn it.
Itin Joga Hagadijin Noah Iskithia his Kuwais.
Very good, Coco. Yeah, that's good. Mhm. And this next one is Chabuzi, Istizari, Muskogee, Mansambunayat, Manbunayida, Kitayadiros. And that's my grandmother spoke to me in the Muskogee language, and that is how I learned to speak. Can anybody repeat this Muskogee phrase? Coco's on the road.
Which one I was?
It's where it says,
Oh, Chibozi is the job. Is the job Muskogo. One Sambuna yet. One Bonai and Ife Dos.
very good, Moskova, very good. And that's Jabuzi, Istizari, Muskogagi, Mansambunai, Manpunaida, Itayadiros. My grandmother spoke to me in the Muskogee language, and that is how I learned to speak. And this one here, I'll just use my grandmother because she was always there when me and my siblings were small. She's the one that watched us when my parents were at work. So I had the Muskogee language all my life. That's all I heard in my home was the language, no English, except when we went out of the household. That's when you would hear English. But at home, it was always the Muskogee language. My parents both knew, my grandparents both knew, the relatives that would come over, they all knew. So that's all I knew was the Muskogee language. So that is what I'm trying to stand here and teach you today. And this next one, it says, Istisogi Mahaida Chayajiros, Muskogee Bunayat Fulahana. I want to teach many people so they can speak it. And that's just what it says in this Muskogee language. Does anybody want to repeat that?
Isti Sulgin Mahayada Jayat Stos Muskoge Ubanayat Kulahana.
Very good, very good. Okay, Miss Barnett, very good. She said, I'm saying that my audio doesn't work, working and listening in. Mado. Very good, very good. Mado. And this one here is Unhunayat, which is Mo Iskisi Biweris. It's maybe I will be able to read and write. Anybody want to repeat this? Maybe I will be able to read and write.
I will. Ohonayet Otejet Mo Iskiti Biweris.
Very good, very good. Yep, I'm doing good. This next one, it says I can add counting to that as well. And this haram aham gatkan mo abayagis. Anybody want to take on this Muskogee phrase?
Adam Ahamgratka Mo Abayagis.
Mado, mado, mado. Very good, very good. And that's what it says. Hadam aham gatka mo abayagis. I can add counting to that as well. And this one says, if all of us would know this, it would be wonderful. And this one says, Umalgiat, Kisi Nuat, Mara Hizimahi Dois. And that's what it's saying. Anybody want to repeat that one?
We have to take turns. Somebody's
Participating.
Amo Kita Noah Eat My Doors.
Right, right. And that's Umalgia Isinua Mara Hizimahi Dois. If all of us would know this, it would be wonderful. Can you imagine all the teachers we could have?
That'd be wonderful.
Mhm. If we teach the children too, they will learn also. Ubuidagi, or it's however you pronounce it, Buidagi, Mo Mahai Noa, Mo Gisagis. Anybody want to repeat that one?
Boydagi, Mo Mahayino what, Mo Gisagis.
Very good, Coco. Very good. And you know they do them little ones, cause them words, command words, they know what it is. All I have to do is turn the page because they know what it is in Creek, and then they tell me what it is in English. So they're doing pretty good, and I was surprised on that Chuvi in Humbida. That one little girl said the whole thing. Yeah. Mhm. And that was before I even told her what it was. She seen the picture and this.
She knew it.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So they learning. So everybody can learn. You just have to put your mind to it and get it going. And it says it may be hard, but we learn. Yixidondo es giros. Anybody want to take that one on?
Yixidondo is Itagidos.
Inga, very good, very good. Maro. And this one says, let's speak the Muskogee language every day. Thank you. It says Muskogee, Ubunaga, Nitta Umalgan, Man Buna Bunaruagis Maro. And that's Muskogee, Ubunaga, Nita umagan. Manbuna duwagis mado. Let's speak the Muscogee language every day. Thank you. Anybody want to repeat that phrase in the Muskogee?
Mvskoke, Obanaga, Nita, Omaugan, Mon, Punado, Wagis, Mado.
Mm-hmm. Mado, Coco.
Mm.
And on these sentences, when I write them, I always try to get them in one, like, how would you say, like, uh, like, I don't know, like a whole setting.
Pertaining to one
Yeah,
subject.
uh-huh. To one subject or like the season or like for the day. So that's why I thought I'd do this with the language. Anybody have any questions on any of these sentences or this first sentence here? I think on this sentence, it's better to say isti Muskogee or
Instead of Istigani,
Uh-huh.
Muskogogi,
yeah.
Isti Muskogogi.
Hmm. Yeah, on this one here, you can just put isti Muskogee and you can leave that jotty out, but that's how I put it. Isti jotty Muskogee. Unaga Mangisi Ruiz. We are learning the Muskogee language, and I think it still sounds good. You take that jotty out. Yeah. Anybody else have a question on the second sentence? That says healing joga ohage dizi nuat iskithis ways. And that's like this one is like you're saying I think. It's like you're sitting there thinking I think. Just like it's saying that if you look over your papers and study hard, and this is what it's saying that you can learn it. Healing joga ohage dizi nuat iskithia ways. And that's just what it's saying, that you study hard and you can learn it. And this one, Jabusi, Istizari, Muskogalgi, Man Sambunayat, Man Punaira, Ki Tayadiros. And that's my grandmother spoke to me in the Muskogee language, and that is how I learned to speak. Anybody have any questions on any of these words up here? Do you, Jordan? And this one is Isti Sulgi, Sulgin, Mahaira, Jayetstos, Muskogee, Ubunayat, Fulahana. I want to teach many people so they can speak it. And that's what that sentence is saying right there. Any questions on this one? Usually I'll put words up there I'm going to use and stuff, but this time I just made the sentences. Yeah. Let me get out of this blue. Do you want to hide it?
Gray on the side.
On here?
No, just that dark gray.
Oh. And this one, maybe I will be able to read and write. When I who says it, mo iskisi biwedis. Maybe I will be able to read and write. Anybody have any questions on that one? And that's iskisi biwedis. And this like you're saying like maybe we'll learn if you read it and write it. And that's what that's saying there. I can add counting to that as well. Haram aham gatka mo abayagis. And that's just saying you can add counting onto the lesson that you're already learning. And that's what this here is saying. It should have been a fly swat so I could go like this. Kill that fly.
Kill it.
Mhm. And this one says, if all of us would notice, it would be wonderful. And that's Umalgia, Kisinua, Mara, Hizimahi, Duis, Umalgia, Kisinua, Mara, Hizimahi, Duis. If all of us would notice, it would be wonderful. Ubuidagi, Mo Mahainua, Mo Kisagis. If we teach the children too, they will learn also.
Mahaya, is there a difference between Boydagi and Boydagi?
I think it's just it is Hubuidagi, but some people I guess they just took
Just put that.
that, yeah, just kind of shortened it and said Hubuidagi.
Oh,
It's the VT on. Is there a particular sentence you asking about on the VT?
Shin, Umalga.
Umalga means everybody, everybody or everyone. And on this one, that's Umalogi and that's A. Kisinua Mara Hilimahi Ruiz. When I write these sentences, I write them the way that I speak. So, like I said, some words that I speak is not in the dictionary. So I'll have to be sure that, to me, I like to be sure I spell them right. But this is how I speak. Umalgiat. And that's what that is. That VT is odd. It goes with this umalgiat, and that means everybody or everyone. Maybe that's like in a group or a setting. And that's what it's saying. Just like I'm standing here and like y'all have all this audience. It's like I'm saying if every one of us would learn this, it's like it's saying that would be wonderful. So I'm saying umalgiat, kisinua, mara, hizimahi, Luis. And this art is going with this umalgiat. That means everybody. Does that answer your question? Inga, you're welcome. And just like this one, Yikchidondo es, Kisagiros. And it may be hard, but we learn. Yikchidondo es, Kisagiros. It may be hard, but we learn. And that's Yikchi Dondo es, Kisagiros. And that's what that is. Yikchi means hard. It depends on how you're using it in a sentence, because Yikchi could mean someone that's like they're strong, or like Yikchi could be like this right here, like something's hard. For me, it's like math. Math is hard for me. Some people might can do it real easy, but my brain don't work that good. Yitzirondo es Gitagiros, and that's what that is. Muskoge, Ubunaga, Nitta, Umalgan, Man, Buna, Duwagis Maro. Let's speak the Muscogee language every day. Thank you. And that's Puna Duwagis, and that means let's speak. Puna Duwagis, and Nita means like Umalgan, that means like every day. Nita means day, but when you add this Umalgan, that's you're saying every day. So it's like Muskogee, Ubonaga, Nita, Umalgan, Man, Bunadu Wagis, Maru. And that's Bunadu Wagis. Let's speak the Muskogee language every day. Thank you. And is there any more questions on any of these? The Muskogee spelling, the words? Let's go over the questions.
No questions.
Inga, Coco, Jordan. Anybody else have any questions on any of these Muskogee phrases? Miss Rebecca?
Did you get the,
I said
did
he,
you see the question in the chat?
oh,
What's the BT in a mole guy?
oh yeah, I answered it.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. He said Moro, so.
Oh.
Mhm. I explained it, don't worry about it. Is there any other questions? If y'all do have any, Bosco will say he's free to answer them. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Be free to answer it.
Volunteering my services.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm volunteering here.
Because he knows it all.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah. Yep, that's Istizari Muskogalgi. Punaga Mankihli Ruiz. And this is like right now it says we're learning the Muskogee language, which we are. And like I said, I still learn too. Hihlin Joga, Uhagi Dizinua, Iskithiahis, Kuwais. If we study hard, I think we can learn it. Hihlin Joga, Uhagi Dizinua, Iskithiahis, Kuwais. And that's what it's saying. If we study hard, I think we can learn it. And I think these phrases, they're on the Google Drive. That's what they're on, and it's yeah. So if y'all need these sentences again, that's where you'll find them. So is there any other questions on this? And it's just like I said, Iski, Sugi, Mahaira, Jayetstos, Muskogee, Ubunai, Fulahana. And that's like what it's saying here in the English. It's like you want to teach many people as you can. Jordan has put the link on there where you can get these sentences. So you'll be able to find these sentences on here. And just like I said, I would like to teach many people as I can. And we would like to have more teachers because that would be awesome. Because I don't really know how many speakers that we have, but I know just in this room right here, there's very few. So it would be great to have more teachers out there. And if it's cool. Mm-hmm.
say,
Any more questions? Mungunawa hayon sabi kuna handues. I said, if there's not any more questions, I will stop here.
Will there be
Boxy.
more? Will there be more intermediate in July?
We're still gonna do this in July, right?
You're switching to evenings.
Oh, in July, I'll be switching to evenings and it'll be from 6 to 7.
I'm still unsure about having stayed to 3 o'clock, so.
Yeah. But we'll let you know when we're doing the classes in July, but I know I'm supposed to do 6 to 7 in the evening, starting in July. Do you have any other questions? And like I said, you can get this, send this, Jordan put the link on there. And if y'all don't have any questions, boxing Jihizagahis. And I said, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a good evening. Inga Jimio.
Boxidowa.
Excuse me?
Boxidowa.
Inga, boxing Jihizagahi. Safiga box. I'll say y'all go rest for the evening and I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Soon, right?